Alright there chaps, here's a lesson for you which I've called Inside Out Escaping the Cage. Now what the hell does that mean? Well, if you're an alternate picker, what you'll probably find is that some licks feel easy and some licks feel really hard, and you probably don't know why that is. Well, the reason that it is that way is that you have a preference for either what's called an inside cross or an outside cross, alright? So what are we talking about here? What's a cross? Well, basically a cross is just what direction the plectrum goes when you cross over the string. So here's a for instance for you, right? If I go down, up, down, and then go to the adjacent string, I have to hit that on an upstroke. Down, up, up. Now that's an example of what I would call an outside cross, because the plectrum is crossing outside of the string. And for some people, they've got this motion down fine, they can do it absolutely fine. Other people, this is very, very problematic, switching strings when you're outside of the string, right? Now the reverse of that, the obverse of that, is, for instance, downstroke on the G in this case, and an upstroke on the D. And that's an example of what's called an inside cross, where the plectrum is sort of caught or stuck in between two strings. Well, that's how it feels sometimes. So almost everybody has got a problem with either one or the other. So what I thought I'd do is I'll give you a bunch of licks that just address both crosses. They're very short little licks, 6 notes long mostly, sometimes it's a bar of 16th notes, and they're all circular little licks, but they're just designed to try and help you address the problems you encounter with alternate picking, which are all to do with switching strings, because alternating on a single string is fundamentally pretty easy. It's the string crossing that's gonna kill you. Alright, so let's start then, shall we? Here is the opening little lick. It is a very well known 6-note lick. Everyone plays this, very much popularised by Mr. Paul Gilbert. Right, here we go. That's it, 6 notes long. In this case, B, C, D, E, D, C. 3 notes on the D, 1 note on the G. Now we'll start with a downstroke, down, up on the G, then down on the D. So this initial lick is going to be an example of what's called outside cross, and all the initial licks here are going to be outside cross licks. Okay, so the tempo I've got for the demonstration purposes, 120 BPM. We're going to play 8th note triplets and 16th note triplets, alright? If this is way too quick for you, which is kind of quick, this is way too quick for you, back it off to whatever you need. 80 beats a minute, 90, 100, whatever you can manage with good synchronisation between the hands. You don't want to sound messy. Alright, here we go, 8th note triplets. So that's example number 1, great for developing that upstroke motion as you go to the adjacent string, or the adjacent higher string, okay? Right, here's the next one. This is just 6 notes ascending up a scale. In this case, B, C, D, E, F, G. 3 notes per string, same deal here, down, up, down. The adjacent string will hit with an upstroke, up, down, up. So when we cross back over to the D string, again, that's an outside cross. So both the crosses we make in this lick will be outside crosses. Once again, 8th note triplets, 16th note triplets. Here we go. All right, so it's number 2. Number 3 is a sort of combination of 1 and 2. It's this one. So we've got B, C, D, E, D, C, B, C, D, E, F, G. Again, this will all be outside cross. Okay guys, let's do this again. 8th note triplets, 16th note triplets. Key thing here is to stay relaxed in both hands, left hand, right hand. You want to feel like there's very much tension. If you could reach through the screen and take the plectrum out of my hand, you'd find that that's all it would take to remove the plectrum from my hand. I'm certainly not tensing up. That's for later in the video. Again, with the right hand, we're suitably warmed up. Obviously, we're hopefully not getting too much lactic acid building up in the back of the hand. Those little lactic products, you know, generate from muscle motion are sort of starting to dissipate as your hand warms up. And yeah, it should be groovy. So yeah, stay relaxed is what we're saying. So that'll do for these three. In fact, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do, in fact, I might even do two more. Let's do 16th note lick. All right, 16th note lick. And this time we'll go to 180 BPM, and it's this lick. I just remember what the hell it is. Let's see, it's... Yeah, so it's like an extension of the previous lick. 1 yanda, 2 yanda, 3 yanda, 4 yanda. Right, so I'll give you all the notes here if I can remember them. Right, so let's see. Okay, here we go. B, C, D, E, D, C, B, C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C. And that's it, starts again. And once again, it is an outside cross, all right. 180 BPM for this one. Do 8s and then 16ths. Oh, always made a mistake there. One easy bit too. And let's just do one more, which is probably even easier. I think this would just be 10 notes circular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's just 10 notes, straight up, straight back. B, C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C. That's it. Although it's 10 notes long, we're going to play it in 16th notes, alright, so semi-quaver. So I'll go over the time a wee bit. Yeah. Yeah, right, okay, so that's the first set of exercises. These are all outside cross exercises. Now you can probably tell for the ease I'm playing these licks that, yeah, I always have been better at playing outside picking licks. Not that I can't play inside picking licks, but I'm definitely better and more relaxed at the outside ones. And why is that? Well, I think it's a function of how I learned to play the guitar. I learned to play guitar back in the sort of mid to late 80s, as you might guess from the style I'm playing right now. And with shred guitar was all the rage, and I had a few instruction videos which were very influential, and one of them of course was Paul Gilbert's Intense Rock, and I remember learning to play all the licks on that tape. And it was a tape, it was a VHS video cassette, and all the licks in that tape are pretty much outside picking licks. So I think when I was developing my picking chops, learning those licks, it was great because I learned to pick outside the string, but I didn't really do any inside licks, and then I just started avoiding them and just became utterly crap at them. So I worked really hard subsequently to try and rectify that problem and be able to play inside picking licks, which you're about to see, probably in part 2, because this is going on a bit. Alright, so let's leave it there, let's call it there. Let's call this Inside Out, Escaping the Cage, part 1. I'll see you in part 2. Farewell.